Hello everyone. We're going to discuss the Reverie. Um, just, uh, I don't know what else to say. It's freaking loss of uh, damn thing never records. Every time I try to make a video, it's a problem. Either I have some asshole commenting and bitching about me, or I always have some crap happening. Someone busting down the door. I always have to delete a video. I always have too much space. It's just ridiculous. You know, it's just, I spend time doing it, and I don't know why I do it, but I do it. I made this pretty cool intro with the I'm, and I might just upload that separately anyways. But the damn thing didn't work, right? I can't combine the videos because I don't have the new iOS. It takes up too much space on the stupid thing. Um, they need to have Apple, you need to have products that actually have storage space because it's ridiculous how little storage space these things have. Just disappointing, really, really disappointing. So that out of the way, since you're not gonna get to see the intro that I did, and actually looked pretty good. You see the frozen straw hat thing? Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Um, yeah, I may have actually busted this like little thing permanently, but man, oh man, was that one of the most raw moments from the entirety of the Reverie, because what it means is all sorts of things put into one. Right. You know what? I'm not going to review the Reverie now. Thanks, YouTube. I'm going to just discuss the parts that I think are the most interesting, because when I first made this video, I was a lot more gung-ho. Right, we see the Revolutionary Army commanders. We see, they look pretty cool. I hope he's a minx. I think the Carrasco thing is, I think his mask a little bit more significant. I think crazy thing is I think he might actually be somebody of significance, or a race, maybe like a Birkin people, or something like that, because it just seems like, him having a beak would be kind of lame. Maybe it is, this chick is from Ace's story, which is pretty significant because, of course, that we were talking about that a really long time ago. If I can find it. Uh, well, I won't be able to find her, but the bottom line is that this chick that hits this dude in the head, she's from Ace's thing, so pretty cool little thing from the cover story. So we get introduced to a lot of people. We get, the new Marineford that's like McDonald's. We get these like little weird snow flurries, which is weird because it's like, where's the snow there? Sakazuki's fired up, as usual. Needs to keep his priorities in check, though, because he cares more about Fujitora not being on the military grounds than he does, you know, legitimate to Yonko that used to be, it's hinted at they used to be part of the same crew, or at least they were trouble or something happened 40 years ago, which also happens to be Shiki or Shaki's, that lady that's like with Rayleigh. That could be, these are all interesting things, right? And they need to be worried about Yonko. So Russia, America, and the freaking, yeah, Taco King, all represented there. Garp is pretty cool here. He doesn't give a shit about him. He just says this, the king of the is his own like home country is just, he's an idiot. And basically tells him off. We have all that. The sun looking great, real callback to Fishman Island when she wanted to see the sun. Pretty cool. Orikuga he's fasting for 3 years. He's a Navy admiral. We heard about him in Dressrosa, so pretty significant. Let's see. So yeah, the anime did kind of some poor jobs at foreshadowing. Like, the manga just is foreshadowed that they're there, and then we see Sabo here. We see the Ravens. A very a good way of showing tension that builds very slowly. in a good way. You know, in the anime, they just show morally, so it completely eradicates all of that. Um, yeah, so these arches and this walkway are not in the anime, but they seem to be pretty significant. They might be like the guardians of some time, and they're all statues of the people, the first creators or something. So it could be pretty significant. I don't know. We also get to see slaves, you know, that are performing. You know, we're going to see a lot of that once the final war happens, and we start getting to the final bits. Seeing Vivi is always a treat. She is one of my favorite characters. She is pretty cool. So seeing her with Rebecca, and like I said, you know, people don't like Rebecca. But there's this weird thing where Vivi says stuff about the New World, and she says, I guess you have to travel through Fishman Island route, and it's pretty weird how that seems to be foreshadowing for something. Why would you even think that? You know, Sai is here. He's looking like fresh, like, you know, and Dalton shows up, all that. And then, like I said, this is the intro that I was trying to do, was the Ein thing, with the bounty and the frozen hat. Like I said, pretty cool that we get the frozen hat thing, because, you know, it means a lot. Like, you know, who knows exactly what that means. My guess is that it's either... Some people have said that it's a Joy Boy thing. You know, not the ridiculous creator, but the actual Joy Boy character, and it's pretty big. That might be where Roger got, you know, like an idea to have a straw hat. You know, hearing about this legend, be kind of interesting. But the anime makes it look humongous. Here it looks big, but not too big, and it almost looks like a strange, like, microwave. You know, like, it's a very weird, like, little, like, thing. It could be the secret of Marijois. I don't know if that ends up being something of significance. You know, it could be something like that. It could be a weapon. You know, like, that could tell you, like, the fortune, like, who's going to come after your crown, basically. You know, who's the biggest threat to you, and, you know, you touch it or whatever, and all of a sudden it's like, or, you know, you touch the door, and all of a sudden, boom, it's a straw hat. So this could be Uranus. This could be the secret of Marijois. You know, like a symbol of them defeating Joy Boy and his forces. It could be a lot of things of significance, so watch out for that. Doflamingo, of course, knows his thing, so who knows if Doflamingo will survive. You know, Sakazuki says do not go to Wano, so we might not see the Marines for quite some time. Thank God, because I'm not a big fan of the Marines. Only some of them. Fujitoro would be cool to see there. Then we see the empty throne, pretty significant. You see all these weapons that are put in there. They say there's never been someone that sits up there, but, well, we know that's not the truth. And then St. Charles, we see a very good representation of bad and good, you know, like, in terms of, you know, celestial dragons or whatever. See, Stussy, you know, that one thing was just to have her put here. You know, if Oda did, you know, whole cake and just for that, then, you know. Rob Lucci's there. I don't know who this other person in the mask is, but maybe they're old CP0. I don't know. It's just kind of weird because that mask person's been at Dressrosa. They've been everywhere, basically. And then we get Shanks showing up, and it's pretty crazy because it could mean a lot of things. I've seen theories out there, and I think he's probably talking about what the incident at 40 years ago, or whatever, the Great Pirates, because we get that, like, pretty much right after that, or before that, and it just seems chronologically like that would be something that makes the most sense. It could be like his father. People have seen that, and it's like, I don't see it. It could be he's 39 years old, so 39 and 40. That's interesting. Whatever it is, it isn't Luffy, and it could be Blackbeard. But it's Blackbeard, you know, they already know that he's dangerous, so maybe it's somebody that they thought was dead, kind of thing. Probably a pretty good guess. Said we'll find out probably a lot of this at some point. There's still a lot of chapters left, so yeah. So Bonnie is when she was old, she looked like like before she shrunk down, she looked like the old queen of Sorbet. And then we have Kuma, and he used to be the king, so maybe she's the daughter of Kuma. So I think that's possible. Lovers, I don't see that because we don't actually know Bonnie's age, so it's impossible to say. But I would like to say father-daughter because we haven't seen too much of that other than Rebecca. And seeing everyone in one room is pretty cool, And then we see I'm walking up the stairs. We see this butterfly area and stuff, so pretty cool. Oda's never introduced a character that has so much power, making even the five elders kneel, and yet we don't even know what it is. It could be an alien. We don't know. The thing is, it could be a robot, it could be a cyborg, could be anything, because we don't even know this person's damn eyebrows. We literally don't even know what their nose looks like. We barely know what their eyes look like. And then we get into Wano, and my goodness, Wano is gorgeous. Like Wano is going to be one of those arcs. Just seeing some of it so far, seeing Zoro's flash, it's going to be a great arc. Honestly, you could already tell. It's just going to be a really good arc. But that's that for me. I did draw Aim, and I drew Aim as more of a woman. It could be a man, probably is a man, because Oda doesn't seem to ever give us interesting female characters, because Big Mom definitely isn't interesting. Maybe her past was. But this is from chapter 908. Well, actually, so this is the empty throne that I drew real quick, and then that's what I drew of Emu Sema. I think it'd be kind of cool if she had this kind of veil thing, and then of course, like over here is her kind of being a little bit nicer with the frost kind of thing. Maybe she's got like some kind of an ice ability that isn't, maybe it's just hockey related, and it's kind of cool how she has that little butterfly on her. I think she's a pretty significant character, and she will be. That's just my guess of what she might look like, or at least, I think she might look like. If it is a she, it could be a he. So yeah, that basically concludes it, because Wano's not a finished arc. It looks, I might periodically check in on Wano. So, yeah, you might see some of those videos. Eventually I'll make a Hunter x Hunter video and stuff pretty soon. So, there's that, and see you guys till next time.